Do the burgers you buy look anything like this? Probably not. But why and how do these restaurants succeed in making food look so tasty in the photos? Although the answer to this question might seem easy, this has challenged artists for centuries. Welcome to Is This Art?, where we take a closer look at pop culture and try to answer the age-old question, is this art?
Hello, ladies. Look at your man. Now back to me. Now back at your man. Now back to me.
Advertisements are not a new phenomenon. They have actually been around since antiquity, but nowhere near as much as now. In today's culture, we're flooded with ads. Estimates vary, but research has shown that the average person sees about 10 million advertisements in his or her lifetime. So, as a brand, if you want to make money, you better make sure that yours stands out and is visually appealing.
But everybody else's tobacco is toasted.
No, everybody else's tobacco is poisonous. Lucky Strikes is toasted.
Take this example from McDonald's famous Quarter Pounder with cheese. Or, as the French call it apparently,
Royale with cheese.
Royale with cheese.
That's right.
We see a burger placed against a dark background to make it stand out. It sits on a dark table that merges with that same background. Then, when we take a closer look at the burger itself, we can make out every single item on the burger. The bun with its seeds, the burger itself, the slightly melted cheese, pickles, onions, ketchup, and mustard. As you might have experienced yourself when buying a burger, this is not the most realistic visual representation of the actual burger. It will, most likely, look more like this. We get why McDonald's would want to display all of these products, as they are part of the burger they want to sell. But how do they get it to look so tasty? It's all about creating a good perspective and aligning and enhancing all the separate components with great care. As we see here, the top of the bun is placed slightly to the back to make way for the smaller products as they are carefully composed on the burger. The cheese is melted with a hairdryer, and after the photo shoot, everything is photoshopped to perfection. In this way, the burger will look as tasty as possible while still looking quite realistic. This has an interesting connection with paintings like these. We call these paintings still lifes. In 17th century Netherlands, a growing middle class led to a dramatic boom of the art business. As an effect, different painters started to specialize in different genres. Still lifes were one of the most popular genres, with painters like Willem Heda and Peter Klaas being the absolute masters of the genre. They were able to make food look realistic and tasty. These painters did not have to seduce anyone to actually buy the food they portrayed, like McDonald's, but they did have to seduce people to buy their painting. In a way, not so different. Check out this painting by Peter Klaas. We see a similar dark background, like McDonald's, to make the food stand out. The food looks ready for the viewer to eat. Yet, this is far from how 17th century dinner was served. This is a display of great wealth. Spices from all corners of the world, silk tablecloth and a nautilus shell from India, a turkey from North America, exotic fruits. Okay, one more awesome detail. Check out the reflection of the table and the room in this tin can. You can almost make out the painter in the room as well. Still lifes also often had a hidden meaning or theme in them. For example, when there's a skull or an extinguished candle in the painting, it often refers to the temporariness of life. But in this painting, it's probably all about trade, as the products that are displayed came from all corners of the world. Nowadays, not that impressive, but imagine that in the 17th century, when it took 7 months to sail from Amsterdam to Asia, and then another 7 to sail back. This still life was made, basically, to show off what the artist was capable of and for the owners of the painting to show off the expensive food they could afford. Whether it's McDonald's tempting you to buy a Quarter Pounder, or 17th century Peter Klaas tempting you to buy his work and show off your wealth to your guests, everything in these images is carefully composed to create a yearning for the portrayed food or the status or feeling it represents. Think about that the next time you see one of those sneaky ads. What do you think? Is this art? Let us know whether you think food and food photography is art or not, and let us know your suggestions for new episodes of Is This Art? Thanks for watching!